So this is going to be a video where I'm going to show you all and everything you need to know about the new Zhat Vash Lockbox ship that comes with the 11th year anniversary of Star Trek Online. Now in this video, we're definitely going to go through the paces of what this ship is. So I'm going to read about a little bit of the backstory. I don't know if I did the video about this one or not, so I'm just going to incorporate that in this video, the statistics. I'm going to go through all of the customization, see what kind of customization we can do and we cannot do on this particular ship. Going to go into space, see how big or small it is. I have not seen any of these ships being flown away in Star Trek Online as it is currently, but then again, I haven't been on as of late because I'm kind of working as well. After that, we're going to do a little bit of space combat, and I'm definitely going to show you guys the trait that I'm going to unlock on this particular beautiful looking ship, or this I think so, without opening it. Now, how it turns out, one of you guys actually sent me a mail with this particular ship. Now, I did contact the person that sent me that mail with the items saying like thank you. I don't know if they or she, it, whoever it might be, wanted to be in the video, so I'm not going to show you too much information about that, but I am going to show you what the current pricing is on this thing. So if you go over there at the exchange, look up the data, whatever that it's pronounced, Strikewing Warbird. That's the current Zhat Vash Lockbox ship. It's close to 900 million. Price is definitely going to drop between 600 and 400 million, because that's usually what a lockbox ship goes. It is currently up for grabs for, you know, the cheapest one being almost close to 900, because it is one of those shiny stuff and everybody wants to have it. Now I am going to grab this thing from the mail. Let me break up that one, take all of the items. There it is, the Zhat Vash Lockbox Dhailkhina. I don't know how to pronounce that. More details. So this command Strikewing Warbird is one of a few Talshar designed to still see use, with the number produced in secret to combat the threat of returning out of instead new friends. Wait a minute, I totally butchered that. With the number produced in a secret to combat a threat that turned out to be instead new friends, the Romulan purpose has commandeered these fleet to be directed against actual threats, which it has proven adept at taking on. Comes with a bombing run, universal console bombing run. When activated, this console summons a several Vectu that attack foes in front of your ship with plasma weapon and kinetic explosives. Ooh. Definitely want to see that. This console provides a passive boost to plasma damage and critical hit chance. Can be equipped with any starship, any console slot, but only on one of these at any given time. Also comes equipped with the Carbon Scorcher universal console. The Carbon Scorcher deals physical damage to its target. Additionally, the impact that leaves behind a molecular solvent that eats through the inorganic material, dealing heavy physical damage over time and decreasing the damage resistance rating of the target. Starship traits. You unlock the Commanded Singularity Starship trait while this trait is slotted. Activating any command on singularity abilities will summon a micro singularity at the current target for several seconds, dealing kinetic damage and pulling foes inward. If you do not have a foe targeted, it will instead appear 5 kilometers in front of you. That can only occur once per several seconds. Ooh, definitely want to see that. Also comes equipped with a hangar bay of the Spearhead Squadron fighters. Fighters are armed with plasma pulse cannon and plasma torpedo launchers. So this thing is available to everybody, Klingon Federation or Romulans, even though it doesn't really matter these days, does it? But you need to complete the tutorial with hull modifier 1.25, shield modifier 1, forward weapons 5, aft weapons 2. And I believe it also has a... Yes, experimental weapons. So it has 5.3 or 6.2. Because the experimental weapon slot is also like a 360 degree targeting arc, so it should be like, you know, an extra weapon slot for us to, you know, dish out damage to the enemy. So console modification 5 tactical, 4 engineering and 2 science. So definitely an awesome ship to have. If you upgrade this one to a tier 6X, you're also going to get a universal, giving you a total of 12 console slots. Base turn rate of 15 degrees per second, and impulse modifier 0.12, and inertia reading of 65. Plus 10 to weapon power, 5 to engine power, and also 5 to auxiliary. Has that universal console. It has 1 hangar bay, experimental weapon slots, carbon scorcher. This thing can also equip dual cannons, dual heavy cannons as well, if you're into that. Romulan battle cloak, very, very nice. Not gonna say no to that. Also inspiration ability, turn the tide against all odds, and battle preparation. Also singularity warp core, doesn't have the normal stuff. But it has plus 40 base power to all subsystem, has the plasma shockwave, quantum absorption, warp shadow, singularity jump, and singularity overcharge as inabilities you can select while you are in combat. This singularity warp core is going to give you one of these options. The longer you are in combat, you know, the higher level of these you're going to be able to activate, dealing more of the, you know, appropriate skill in damage and all that good stuff. Starship Mastery Package, a tactical Warbird. Oh my god. Precise weapon system, enhanced singularity secrecy, enhanced weapon system, devastating weaponry, and also the unlockable starship trait that we are going to unlock. The commended singularities, that's going to be the starship trait. Now, I'm going to make this one my current starship. Let me just click that. Yes, good. Ooh, I got a bunch of them. Okay, fine. And I will be right back with you guys to show you all of the customization. So now we're currently at the Starship selection dude. I'm just going to show you guys the upgraded version. If you're going to level this thing up to tier 6X, you're going to get an extra device slot, a universal console slot, and obviously the six trait console slot where you can slot in an additional starship trait. I have 3 of them. Very nice, very good. So what does it come equipped with? With the Zadvash Disruptor Dual Beam. It also has these things. Okay, that's just a weird icon that they're using right there. This should be like greenish in nature because it fires, you know, disruptor based and not the red one. Red one is usually like anti-proton. That's kind of throwing me off. Okay, so also as a plasma standard stuff, this is the experimental weapon. Now, we're definitely going to take a closer look at that in space. But right now, I'm just going to go over here and to the customization. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Now, unfortunately, that's highest of zoom capabilities that we have. We can make it smaller, but then again, you know, why should we? Only one template, because this is definitely one of those ships that is only... Oh, I like that glow. That is only available once. Wait a minute, wait, why am I not resetting this? All right, so we got the top view, we got the front view, left, rear, bottom, and right side. Right side it is. Kind of looks, I don't know, but I'm getting like the, darn it, what are the things called? The Silent Raider kind of vibe. The only thing that's missing like those is those like in the visor. I don't know about you guys, but when it's like here, it definitely, you know, gives me the silent, yeah, the silent raider vibe. So it is a Romulan interior. I'm not gonna show you guys a bridge because they have not made one. And let's see window types. If you focus on this part, we can actually see the difference between them. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now at default, this is coming with type 3, so I'm going to leave it like that. We do have a couple of different material types. So this is standard. This is okay. That's weird. When it's wait, what? Why did it change like that? That is just weird. It used to be like okay, that's weird. Okay, anyway, moving on. So this is how it comes out of the box, even though it's like the white color. I don't know what happened here. I'm definitely going to press cancel on this thing. Where is it? Cancel right here, because I really don't want this ship to be in this particular color. I definitely don't like that. It is definitely true that Cryptic is having a little bit of issues with these ships, and they just came out of maintenance today, so they should be fixing all of the bugs, but I guess some of them has still remained up here. But anyway, these are the material types. What else do we got? We got the Riemann type 1. That is just, you know, that is definitely showing the age of the game, because this is like one of the, you know, early material types that we are having, or at least that we had in the game back in the day, and it's not good. So we got the brownish version. Very nice, very nice, very nice. What else we got? We got type 3. Come on. Not into any of these material types. What is going on? This might actually work, but then again, it's not, because it's like universal one color. Just, you know, that's it. Nah, that doesn't work for me. The veteran. Okay, I like this one. Oof. I love the green highlights. Oh, that is just beautiful right there. When it's at the, you know, underneath side, the dark side. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Look at that. It's like very nice. Spear. Oh, sorry, snakehead. Oh, this is beautiful. This is it. This is it, guys. This is how this ship is going to be flown, like this. Wow, I'm just amazed at this. Oh yeah, this is snakehead material type. This is it, guys. This is very nice. What do we got? The Talis refit. It's universal one color, dull gray. Doesn't fit this ship at all. Devaro, no, this is not it. And upgraded version. Now I wonder if I can go back to the material types that this ship came with out of the box without mixing up different, because it doesn't allow me to use the same material types that it came out of the box. Because out of the box it was like kind of like you guys know what I'm talking about, and this is not it. Okay, so we do have the option to put some pattern overlays. Okay, so those things are like patterns? Seriously? Ooh. I am going to hit the randomize a couple of times. That's just weird. Anyway, That's it in terms of customization. We don't have a lot of options up here. This is like, you know, lockbox ship and not a lot of material types to be used for the Romulans. Let me fire up another character and go into space and see how big or small this particular ship is if we compare it to the Lucari Scout ship. Now, I always seem to forget the name of this particular Lucari science ship. I always say the Lucari scout vessel somehow. I don't know why that is, but that's how it is incorporated in my brain. That's how my brain works. So this is space. We are here, and this is how this particular ship is compared in its size versus the Lucari science vessel. And to be honest, it's not that big. It's basically the same. It has just like, you know, a little bit of a bigger tail. But that's it. Flying over here kind of felt good, to be honest, because it definitely has a little bit of like an impressive turning cycle, if I can say so. But then again, it is definitely a strike wing warbird with one of these things. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Dash plus left. That is going to make my ship rotate to the left side only. Now, don't recommend you guys using commands if you have no idea what they do. All right, so this is so whenever you're going to be in combat, you're definitely going to get text of these all the way to level 5, and all of these abilities are going to be available to utilize. Now, me personally, I don't use the best one that my personal use is this Warp Shadows. Basically creates, like, you know, a lot of clones of your own ship, and they all fire at the enemy within, like, was it 20 seconds? Yeah, 20 seconds. Inspirational abilities: turn the tide against all odds, and battle preparation. My personal one is battle preparation. That's the one that I use. And we actually see it up here. It is weapon layout 5.3, and this being the experimental weapon slot with a 360-degree targeting arc, so it does heavy kinetic based damage. It says there are physical damage and physical damage. The upper one being 5,106 physical, 5,100.6 physical damage. That is based upon my personal character. You guys can have like a totally different number right there, and the other one as well, to self -10 weapon power when this weapon is firing, and also -10 to all damages resistance rating versus the enemy. Obviously, it's not going to be on yourself. What else am I going to show you guys? These the snakehead fighter squadrons. So obviously, the more that you have on your, you guys can actually look at it at this way. The more of these fighters you have, the less powerful they are. The best one being you're only going to get 2 of them, and the weakest, the more of these guys you have, the weaker that they are individually going to be. So these how they come out of. Okay, I take that back. This is a squadron. So these are definitely interesting and definitely going to be... How many are in a squadron? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 6 in a squadron. Info on these guys. It doesn't say how much hull points they have, but I can linger around here with my mouse, and then they might say, what is it? 6,000. Yeah, that's not a lot. That's basically, one time firing, and then that's about it. They're gone. Obviously, the lithium store, there is a better version of these guys. Let me show you. Hangar pets up here, and they should be all the way at the end. Snakehead Fighter Squadron. Now, these are like the upgraded version. They have like, you know, better abilities. And there is also the fleet variant of these guys. And I highly recommend you guys buying the fleet variant if you are going to use these hangar pets to its full potential. And this is just me going off on, you know, on the statistics of this thing. There are a couple of bugs here and there that some of these pets are not that accurate, to be honest. But that has to do with the game and not has to do with, you know, these guys being to its full potential. Alright, Starship Mastery, +5 in accuracy rating, level 1. Level 2, it reduces the cooltime of your singularity power usage by 50% and also increases your singularity rate by 30%. Level 3 is going to enhance your kinetic-based and energy-based damage by 10%. Level 4 plus 2.5% critical chance, and the unlockable Starship trait Commanded Singularities. Ability summon into micro singularities. When activating a command or singularity ability, spawn in a singularity for the next 30 seconds, doing kinetic based damage, and also repel for a 0.53 per second. All right. Max once per 10 seconds, or every 10 seconds that you're going to be using like command abilities, this thing is going to spawn in. The experimental weapon slot, more details on this. The carbon scorcher deals physical damage to its target. Additionally, the impact leaves behind a molecular solvent that eats through the inorganic material, dealing heavy physical damage over time and decreases the damage resistance rating of the target. Yada 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 yada. 360-degree targeting at 10-kilometer range. 2 second in charge and 0 seconds in recharge, so it doesn't fire that often. 6 seconds and 2 seconds, so basically once every 8 seconds. Dealing an X amount of physical damage with another physical damage. This is probably the solvent that they were talking about. Skill that affect this ability, so Starship weapon training to be more effective in this number right here, so physical damage to increase that. I highly recommend you guys, you know, putting points into that. Now, I kind of need to do it on myself because I normally, or at least I never have any abilities or any skills at all. So that's not good. The universal console right here, the bombing run. This console summons several heavy bombers to attack your target, dealing heavy kinetic and plasma damage. 3 artillery vessels will warp in your relocation and travel forwards. Travel towards your target foe's current location. These artillery vessels are equipped with point defense style kinetic charges that will fill the area with damaging shrapnel and explosive that will damage all nearby foes. At the end of their attack run, the artillery vessel will warp out and to rearm themselves. Yeah, right. So this thing only is available every 1 minute and 30 seconds recharge, so every 2 minutes basically. This thing is also going to enhance your plasma-based weapon damage and also 2.5 critical chance with projectile weapons, so torpedoes and all that good stuff. These guys, can I show you anything else? Each hangar base supports 3 fighter each. Auxiliary power will determine the recharge rate. The auxiliary power offline will prevent the hangar operation. All carrier pets are immune to warp core breaches and have layer defense 3, which make them immune to single torpedo hit every 30 seconds. No, yada yada. Deal additional fire damage per no, that's not. That's part of the other stuff. This one I already showed you. That one I already showed you. This one, nothing more to show you than the bridge officers. So we have a lieutenant commander universal. So 3 abilities up here for tactical engineering or science, and also in the specialization being intelligence. Bridge officer station. We have an ensign universal station, so we can have tactical, engineering, and science up here. And then we have a commander tactical for tactical abilities, and also command station for your command specialization abilities. A lieutenant tactical, more tactical, and the last one being a lieutenant commander engineering station for all of your survivability and tanking abilities, if you're gonna go that route with this thing. Though I'm thinking this thing is definitely going to be like, I don't know, torpedoes. It definitely does a lot of damage with these two consoles, and this being like an intelligence and universal could be interesting as well. But I'm interested to know what you guys are, or at least how you guys are going to fly it if you are able to get this thing for 900 million on the exchange. Oh my god, if I was you and you opened the lockbox, got this ship, I would definitely sell it. The prices are definitely going to drop so you can pick it up again later for cheap and make some little bit of EC out of it. Give me 2 seconds, so I'll grab the Admiralty card for you guys. Now this is the Admiralty, so we got 43 in engineering, 65 in tactical, and 18. Now these numbers actually say anything. This is definitely ship based on tactical ability, so the traditional DPS, a little bit of survivability. I should say a lot of survivability and not a lot of crowd control with science. Plus 10 to tactical per tactical ship that you slot it in a project. So if you slot 2 or 3 tactical ship, you're going to get plus 10 per ship that is tactical based. That's it, nothing more to show you guys. I'm going to level this particular ship all the way and unlock these commanded singularity abilities, and then I'll be right back again, and then we're gonna do our gala patrol together so you guys see a little bit of combat and also all the other abilities from this particular universal console, the trait, and also the experimental weapon slot weapon that is called the Carbon Scorcher. So BRB, here it is with the unlockable Starship trait at level 5 already unlocked, and you guys might notice that this thing is changed in its appearance. Yes, I have equipped a vanity shield that I find very, very attractive for this particular ship, and as you guys know, I'm going to watch this particular video. If we reach 250 likes by the end of this week, so on Sunday, actually on Monday, let's kick it up a day. I'm definitely going to do one of those visual videos, but that's going to be on a condition that this particular video reach 250 likes. Now, like I mentioned, I leveled it all the way up and I equipped these command singularities. It says, what this is slotted activating any command on singularity ability will summon a micro singularity at your current target for several seconds, dealing kinetic damage and pulling foes inwards. If you do not have a foe selected, it will instead appear 5 kilometers in front of you. This can only occur once per several seconds. Now, I do have a couple of abilities, or at least this one ability right here. I kind of want to change a couple of things with my particular build, and this is not a build video. As you guys know, I really don't have any skills right here. So this is just, a showcasing of the capabilities of this particular ship in terms of what is it all about, how can you play with this thing, can you actually do something or not. What is something that's really good? Is this teleport to nearest ally? Ally? No, I don't want to use allies. Ambush marker. I think that the whole, bombing run is basically the same deal as an ambush marker, but then in a new coat. It has a new... you guys are going to see it. It's basically going to be the same visuals. A couple of ally ships are going to warp in and do bombing runs on enemies, and this is basically going to be the same thing. You guys are going to see it. So I've equipped a couple of things and stuff that I found to be interesting on this particular ship. This is my playstyle. Like I said, this is not a build video. And these are the abilities that I'm going to be using. With that being said, let us go and do the the favorite patrol of you guys, our gala patrol. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, click. So things to note, keep in mind, 250 likes, we're gonna make a vanity visual videos, and they did release a new vanity visuals with this particular ship. I'm going to keep that as a surprise for you guys, so you guys can see, look forward to that particular video. Now, the way that I play all of my ships, I kind of play them like cruiser type style. So this particular ship is not going to be a very appealing to me, if I can say it like that. So I have everything all set on a key binding right here, so I'm just spamming my key binding. That's the experimental weapon slot, firing those weird turns. That one. And we got a micro singularity because I use the command ability right there, concentrate firepower. This is the trait. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, that just went away real quickly. I wasn't expecting it to go that way, that fast away. These guys,
looks like our fight got them to notice us.
these pets, these are just, stop talking. These things, these pets are kind of annoying for me personally, because they do that whole, what's it called? Cannon scatter volley the whole time. One of them is at any given time is gonna do like the cannon scatter volley at enemies, and it's kind of annoying for me. Bunch of singularity over there because I kind of used concentrated firepower on this particular guy. So that's you guys. It's the oh, that's so cool. This one lingers a long time right now.
Keep concentrating fire on individual
nice.
ships.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean. This thing is like fighting like. Anyway, let me show you only the carbon scorcher. If I kind of need a target. So the visuals are kind of weird, to be honest. Here we go. This guy. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Click. Those are the visuals. And I don't know why I fired twice. But it does give him the eating away at whole deal. Kind of like just like plasma does. It's eating away at his hull. Here we go again. It builds up and then it discharges, firing like, you know, kind of like a firework type of deal at the enemy. That's kind of nice. This is that ability, the bombing room for the universal console. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Keep an eye on the carrier right here. So we go. You know what? Let's use it on the other one. So keep an eye on this one. A couple of other allies are going to warp in. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Click. There we go. Bombing run. So these guys are attacking them, you know, doing stuff and things. 2 of them dealing kinetic based damage, and this is that ambush marker. I kind of need to be a little bit closer on this thing for this thing to fire. Here we go. Hey, why is it not moving? While in combat or cloaked? Oh, I'm in combat. But it's kind of the same deal, or at least I think it's the same deal. That's the trick kicking in using the.
You will stand down.
Very nice.
Surrender to the Benson guard.
What else to show you guys? Not a lot, to be honest. I liked it. I like this as a ship. It is definitely if you're into, you know, small ships with a really high turning rate, it is going to be very good for you guys. It's gonna. I also have the torpedo from the mission right here that we just played. Remind me to grab the tactical console as well. I kind of need to replay that mission again. Fire. Okay, so what is this ship all about? Is it something for me personally? I got this ship for free for one of you guys, so I'm not going to say no to that. Is it worth 900 million that it is currently on the exchange? Maybe I'm just doing it wrong, but I seriously doubt it. It's, you know, that good of a ship. But then again, it's kind of like, you know, whatever floats your boat. If you have the resources for this particular thing, just grab it and use it. It is fun to fly around. Definitely fun to fly around. It is one of those ships that if you have the resources, like I always say, just grab it if you're really into it. But then again, I'm not really out for DPS. If that's your thing, there are probably other YouTubers that you can follow explaining like how you do the most DPS out of this particular ship. But I like it the way it is flying though. Short turn cycle, turn rate. It definitely, you know, turns on a dime, to be honest. Even though I don't really like this particular chips, it's definitely, you know, turning on a dime. One thing to note that this particular ship is kind of like bending downwards at the front. You can actually see that the warp trail, if I zoom out, sorry, the warp trail is like on a horizontal plane, but the ship is like moving downwards. So I found that to be kind of weird that the nose is like downward in a downward angle, but I guess that's the appeal of this particular ship. If you look at like the warp trail, it's like on a, you know, on a straight line behind, but the ship is like angled downwards. I'm guessing that's how it is portrayed in the TV show Picard as well. So yeah, that's kind of it for this particular video. These things, the quantum singularities, you guys saw the quantum singularities over there. They definitely worked very good. It's kind of like this thing, but then each time that you're going to fire off your command abilities, you're going to leave a quantum singularity in the enemy. So that's kind of nice. Or whenever you're going to activate one of these singularity abilities, is also going to add one of them. So it's basically based upon the pre-existing skill or ability in the game, and also the universal console is also part of the bombing run is also part of a no, you know what? I have the wrong skill for this. I wanted to do... If I still have it, I don't have it. No, I don't have it. Maybe it's one of the... there we go. Call emergency artillery. This is what I was talking about. So this is basically... can I show you guys this? Because I kind of want to show you guys this. Where are the enemies? There we go. We got a raider over here. Here we go. 3, 2... Come on. 3, 2, 1. Like that. So these guys are forming in and just, you know, doing their bombing run towards the enemy. So it's basically the same type of deal, but, you know, in a different way. Look at that. They basically are going after the enemy. It's basically the same deal. Anyway, I kind of like this particular ship. Like I said, it's not... I don't know if it's like 900 million worth. Obviously, the prices are going to, you know, go down after a week or two, because then everybody's like, nah, these things are not getting sold or are not, you know, dropping in like crazy. But it is something that you have seen on the TV show. It is something that you have seen on, you know, Star Trek Picard. This is one of those vessels. If you're like, hey, I want to have all of the ships, definitely this is one of those ships that you need to have in your arsenal. That's it for this video. Hopefully you guys had a little bit of fun, and a special thank you so much to Rebecca for giving me this particular ship. If I can do anything to repay you, let me know, send me a mail, and we'll make something happen. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to see you guys on the next video. Later.